Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for September 13th through the 19th. It is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. It may not resonate for everyone who watches. If it doesn't, definitely check out those other placements. We're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, as well as the near future, and then we'll get into your person's energy and your energy. All right, so thank you so much to everyone who's returning. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I do personal readings. That information is in the description box below. All right, I feel the need to shuffle one more time. Let's get in, the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Cups in reverse. So there may be an energy of somebody that shows up around you who's very wealthy, has a lot of money, but seems to be very disconnected emotionally. Some of you may have met this person recently or dated someone like this in the past. It was just a strong message for somebody who's watching. And then the Five of Swords, when I split the deck, showed up. So I think you had a breakthrough about this person, if this is you that it's resonating for, and realized that you need more than someone who is financially stable. You're going to want somebody who's more emotionally open. All right, that's just a side message. Let's get into the main spread. So for the recent past, we have the Two of Swords with, oh, look at that. Two cards came out. We have the Ten of Cups and Temperance. So I'm going to actually take them both since they came out like that. I really love that energy. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So a little bit conflicted. In the current energy, we have the Emperor in reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse and the World card. Great. And in the near future, the Knight of Cups with the Six of Wands in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse. Now, the overall energy for this particular week is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So there's something that just hasn't been made clear to you yet. You may be in a place where you're not sure if you can have the breakthrough that you're wanting to. Could this be around a relationship? Absolutely. I think you had one about a person that we described in the beginning. Now, this is saying that maybe there's still some more coming. It's like they're going to start happening one after the other. And you're going to, this one just hasn't come about. So this may be something to do with work. I'm really strongly picking up about that. If there's a decision that you have to make in the recent past or you did already, it's saying it may have been a tough one, but it really is for the good of everyone. So I heard a break. Some of you may have had to split, and that was actually the best thing for the family. Okay, this is a strange message. If some of you had to, like one of your partners had to go away and you had to split the family up, it wasn't that, it was, how do I put this so it makes sense? It could be that two parents live on two different sides of whatever. They could live in two totally different countries, but it was for the best thing for the family. That is a really odd one. Don't know who that resonates for. And then we have Temperance. So it's like, be patient because things will come together eventually if there was a tough decision that had to be made around that family situation. But I think in the end, everyone is going to eventually come back together. So if families had to part, let's say you had someone that is in the military and they had to deploy all of a sudden because of everything that's going on, families will be split but will come back together. So there's a couple different scenarios there. Just have patience because whatever this decision is, they're showing the Ten of Swords, meaning it's going to hurt or it's painful to have to do this, but in the end, it's going to be a good result. So yes, it's going to be hard. This is somebody who's like, I've just been through so much, I can't take anymore. And that could be where you are too. You just want some balance, but Spirit in the past is just saying, we know that you're trying to be as patient as you can through these difficult things. And there is not only a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's also happiness on the other side of this difficult situation. All right, so in the current energy, we have the Emperor in reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse and the World card. So there's a feeling of wanting to take your control back in your life. The world is saying that you're going to be shifting and changing out of this particular cycle. So where there were areas of your life that you didn't feel like you could actually control what was happening, especially if you had someone who had to move away in the family, that's something that you just can't control, especially if it's military related for some of you. And then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's almost as if this is like an energy of wanting to hold back because you don't want to let go. So there could be other areas of your life that this is feeling difficult in. In other words, you just don't feel like you have control. But where you've felt that way, where you may have felt like you've been held back, it could be that you have a passion for something in a business, and all of a sudden you start to have breakthroughs where there were problems in the past and you didn't feel like you could do anything more to make it go in the direction that you wanted it to. Now that's coming to an end and you're going to feel things open up for you. So if in a work situation, if you feel like you've been stagnant at all, I'm going to say hold tight, because where you didn't feel like you had any control, things are going to start shifting and changing. All right. Let's look at the near future. We've got the Knight of Cups, the Six of Wands in reverse, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. So there's somebody that wants to come towards you, and it's an energy of someone who just wants to be supportive. One, two, it could be a new love. This is not somebody that feels like they're from the past. It's like they may have walked away from an unsuccessful relationship, or maybe you did, and this person is aware of that, but they want to come in. I just keep wanting to say they want to come in and be very supportive. So it could start out as a friendship for those of you who are not in a relationship, and somehow, some way, they're just there to comfort you, and then all of a sudden things start to develop and you get to know each other, and it seems to move into a more romantic type of relationship. Now, I like that the Eight of Cups is in reverse, because it says that there's a lot of emotional things that you're leaving in the past and releasing things that maybe you had high expectations for that didn't work out. So it can be frustrating, but you're walking away from that type of energy. Like, okay, if it didn't work out, that's okay. I know good things are coming towards me. I feel like things are starting to open up and this cycle is closing out. So that's a good energy. All right, we'll clarify that in just a moment. So let's look at the Two of Swords with the Ten of Cups and the Temperance there. All right, actually, I'm going to use a different deck to clarify. So let's get the energy for those. This is for Gemini. So, okay, so we have the Four of Wands. That is a committed relationship. Like I said, if there's some type of split in the family, I do feel like the connection is going to continue to stay together. And maybe there was a question about whether it would through a difficult situation. It doesn't have to be that, obviously, that all of you are split apart and moved to different locations. It could just be that there was a question about, do we make this work? Because there's been a lot of pain within the relationship. And I do feel like those of you that are in long-term or marriages, that things are going to turn in your favor. Things are going to change. They're going to come back together again and work out, even through some of the pain. Because I feel like two people are just like, I'm fed up. I don't want to deal with any more of the fighting or the problems. Let's just get past it. We love each other too much. All right. And then we have, yeah, see, the Eight of Wands. So things are going to start moving very quickly. For those of you that the change has to happen, it's like all of a sudden there's going to be a snap and people are going to be apart. But yes, it does feel like it's going to come back together. And for others of you, there's a lot of communication around the areas of either feeling betrayed or not considered in the relationship. Maybe your feelings hadn't been considered, or the things that really were driving you specifically, male or female, doesn't matter. And you needed to open up about that and have some patience around getting to a place where the two of you could work through it. It could also be, I just heard this, so I'm going to say it. Some people have decided to go to some kind of counseling, therapy, spiritual counseling, whatever it may be for you that seems most valuable and right. All right, so let's look at the Emperor in reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse. So we have the Ten of Wands. So there could be a period. Remember, I said, as there's a time when it created this kind of frustration. So if you were feeling out of control and like no matter how passionate you were about things, they just weren't moving in the direction you wanted. The Ten of Wands says that was a very frustrating time. It felt like you were carrying the world on your shoulders. But right below is the World card. So whatever that was, look at that. And then the Wheel of Fortune comes out. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So it's about, yes, kind of holding things close to your chest. Yes, you went through a tough time, but right after that, where you didn't feel like you had control or there weren't things moving in your favor. All of a sudden, that shift comes in, things start to close out, and the Wheel of Fortune shows up. So if this hasn't already happened for you, something good is coming in your direction. It doesn't have to be specifically between the dates that I said. It's whenever you click into this video, or it could be weeks ahead, 3 to 4 weeks, or even 3 months is what I'm hearing. But something is going to start working in your favor. If you've been waiting for some kind of a project to start paying off, I see that happening. They're showing me like, what is I can't think of it, the gambling machine that you sit at off the slots. So if maybe you like to gamble and go play with the slot machines. Either way, there's going to be some good money coming your direction. Things are going to start happening. You're going to get the progression that you had been hoping for after this time of feeling really stressed out, like things just weren't moving in the direction that you wanted. All right, so let's look at the Knight of Cups with the Six of Wands in reverse. All right, this is for Gemini. So we have the Hermit card. All right, so there may be a little bit of time where you need to do some reflection. And then we have the High Priestess. So trust your intuition. The Page of Wands in reverse. If you feel like you need to take some time for yourself, even if somebody is there to be supportive, I think this is someone who supports any kind of spiritual journey that you may have. And also, he's looking down at the snake like, I see you. So if you had some situations in the past that you were dealing with where not so pleasant energies showed up, or you were just feeling like there was nothing but negativity in the relationship, and you finally have come to a place where you're going to try to solve those problems, this is that reflection of, you know what, I'm just not going to let other people interfere. I'm not going to let the outside energies cause problems. We're going to work this out. It's also self-work, so that inner type of work. And that's what helps increase your intuition, which also helps and improves your relationships. Because if you're more aware of your surroundings, you're more aware of people that are in your life and what they may be going through, your intuition picks up and it makes it easier for you to communicate with them and them you, because you may find yourself opening up a little bit more about where you had some disappointments and some things that you felt like you just needed to leave behind. It helps any relationship get closer. And I do feel like this person is still going to be around you forever, for whoever that is. It could just be a friend. It could be somebody new romantically. But for a lot of you, it seems like the relationship that is intact is the one that's going to be worked on. All right, so let's pull these and we'll look into your person's energy, whoever it is that's on your mind right this moment. So think about that person while I clear this. All right. This is for Gemini. And their person, wow, the cards are just flipping out everywhere today. This is for Gemini. So we had the Queen of Cups was in reverse. So I'm going to take this because I feel like they want me to see this for your person's energy. And then we have the Six of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So you may have been dealing with someone completely opposite from what we talked about in the main reading that is a little emotionally unavailable. With the Six of Pentacles, it seems as though this person feels like they give more than they receive, but I think that's their perception. I don't necessarily feel that that's actually the truth. Right now, they just could be closed off. It could be that they did. They definitely do not feel like things are going in their favor, but be cautious because this person has a lot of fears, and I think those fears get in the way of the truth, honestly. I think they think and feel things that aren't actually there. And then your energy is the Ten of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So you may, not saying that any of you are stalkers, but you may keep an eye on this person. I feel like you're willing to work things out, but right now I don't feel like you're in a place that you sense things are going in the right direction. I don't think you're very happy. So the Page of Pentacles on the bottom for the overall energy for the two of you, it seems as though it's difficult to get and find a balance. So where you are energetically is the Two of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. So back and forth. You could be in a place where you're just not sure. And at some point, yes, you'd like to leave behind any kind of disappointment or problems that may have occurred where things weren't happy and find something more stable. Now, does it mean you're going to walk away from this person? Not necessarily. But I do feel like you both of your energies feel a little bit separated. So it may just be that you have to make some decisions. Could this possibly be those that are deciding to go to therapy and work things out? It absolutely could, because it does feel like energies that haven't quite come together completely. Doesn't feel like anybody doesn't want the relationship. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I've got Pisces for sure. We also have Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, as well as Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So let's get the romance angels and see what comes out for you here. This is for Gemini. Okay, so we have romantic feelings, chemistry, engagement, and finances and career. And then we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I say that because, and I actually agree with it this particular time, I'd say just be careful because the energy is a little off. So if you're sensing that something isn't quite right and that's why you're going back and forth, I'm going to say just pay attention. If this person has unwarranted fears or an inability to open up emotionally, then you may be recognizing that, and that could be why they're saying just be cautious. They could have some secrets too. All right, so romantic feelings, your feelings are real and worth exploring. They could be if you get past some things, like if there's secrets that this person needs to tell you. And then chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So this person may not be open about the fact that they are not in a very balanced financial situation. You may feel like you want your finances to look different before you commit as well. These two energies I'm picking up on, could you possibly be together in the future? Absolutely. Just because this is the energy I'm picking up on right now doesn't mean that the relationship can't work. I don't always say that. I'm very clear that if I pick up on something that doesn't seem like it's going to work out, I'll tell you. All right, so let's get a possible outcome and see. This is for Gemini. Oops. Like I said, the cards are flipping out. All right, so basically, I like this because it ends up with the Sun card. The Five of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Cups is in the upright, Two of Pentacles in reverse, Magician in reverse, and Three of Cups. That's all about letting the drama go, having already manifested, not questioning, full of love and celebration, and then the Sun card. So I think the two of you can work through this, but I keep wanting to go back to either counseling or having someone that intervenes or helps out in some way to help you to see each other's sides of things, because it feels like you have different perceptions. Doesn't mean two people can't come together. I sense that there is a lot of love. I think your person's just protecting themselves right now. All right, let's look at the Lover's Oracle. This is for Gemini. Okay. So the first one we have is give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. I love that. And then we have passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surround you at present. Enjoy it. And then last we have freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Perfect messages. Okay, so last we're going to get the wisdom of the oracle for you. I see the breathe card on the bottom, which I think was necessary to pull out and show you because it feels like there might be some tough things for some of you. I obviously I feel like you're going to get through them because we had such good cards come out for you. All right, so we have community, time for a nap, round and round, and chopped wood, and then higher power. This is what's the most important, because focusing on the fact that there is something else at work here, to me this tells me that somebody is really working on helping balance out this situation, even the one in the main reading. So if you are one of those people that has somebody who's separating from you and you have to be in different places for a period of time, just know that you're protected. If you have any question about whether your person is going to be protected, I do feel like they are. The community card, this is where people come together to really help out. So this could also mean that you find somebody really good to talk to about your relationship. That's an 8 and an infinity. So go through with, really pay attention to it and go through with it. Like, listen to what people have to say. It's an odd message to get from that card, but that's what I feel. Time for a nap. This reduces to a 6, so it's about finding love within, balance within, resting when you need to, if you possibly can. Round and round, we want to stop that from happening. So you want to get to the bottom of things so that you don't feel like you're chasing your tail, basically. And then chopped wood, this is also a 6. So you have 2 cards of 6s. Lots of balance, lots of love. This to me is also an energy of wanting to balance things out in a sense, like 2 people coming together. Doesn't seem like it would represent that. I actually did read the meaning for it, and it was something not quite exactly like what I describe it as, but to me it's about physical work and putting in the effort, because that's what chopping wood is all about. It could be about serenity and finding peace in the outdoors, is the message I'm getting right now. So if you feel like you need to go outside and pray to whatever you believe in because you've got some things going on here, it's time to do that. All right, my guys, my loves, thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate all of you. Thank you for all your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. I hope this message helped, and I will see you in the next one. If you'd like a personal, that's in the description box below. Like I said, I'll see you in the next week's videos. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.